So today we're doing the Tampa Bay Rays, the team that won the poll in the last rebuild, and I'm looking forward to doing this one again, kind of like the Indians, which was the last video. So first off, if you missed that, I'll put a link to it here in the top corner. Go and give it a watch. But going back to the Tampa Bay Rays, it's going to be more of a retool. They've got a plethora of outfielders. They've added Yoshi Tsutsugo and a couple other players this offseason that I definitely think can make this team really good, and I just think we need to add a couple pieces, maybe get rid of a couple pieces as well, and we're gonna turn this Rays team into a World Series winner. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoy the content. I know a lot of you guys aren't subscribed, so maybe if you're new, consider hitting that red button. And that's about it, guys. In the comment section down below, I want you to tell me your favorite pitcher of all time. Who is it? Mine, Pedro Martinez. Absolute stud. So we're gonna hop into today's video. If you don't follow any of my social media, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, my Twitch, they're all down in the description. Go and give them a follow if you haven't yet, and let's hop into it. I'm looking forward to this. So when we take a look at this team, we got Charlie Morton, Blake Snell, Ryan Yarbrough, Tyler Glasnow, Chirinos. We got Brendan McKay, Trevor Rogers, Anthony Banda's down there. I said Trevor Rogers, I meant Trevor Richards. Anthony Banda, Riley O'Brien, Shane Baz, Brent Honeywell, a couple other young, potentially, good pitchers in the future. And then we got relief pitchers of Jose Alvarado, Oliver Drake, Diego Castillo, Chaz Rowe, Colin Poche. A couple good glitchy arms in the bullpen. Starting rotation, it's another really strong starting rotation. So for once, we might not have to worry about pitching that much. And then closer, Nick Anderson, again, one of those very reliable closers in franchise. So catchers, probably an area I'm going to look to improve. Mike Zunino just hits for like 180 every single time, so we might need a catcher who can actually get for a good average, maybe bring in some runs as well. Jose Martinez, we know how good he is in franchise. G-Man Choice, kind of a glitch as well. And then we have Nate Lowe at first base, a little bit of a cluster right now. We'll see who ends up taking the starting job. Brandon Lau, hit or miss, so we're going to see if he's a hit in this franchise. If not, we have some young upcoming players that I definitely want to get involved. Third base, Yoshi Tsutsugo, we all know he's rookie of the year material, so we'll see how he does. Yandy Diaz is, again, a really good option off the bench as well. Willie Adames, one of my top shortstops to look forward to in the future. Just got some potential about him. We'll see how he does in this rebuild as well. But Wander Franco, we know he's going to be involved at some point, so we got him to look forward to. Greg Jones, Xavier Edwards as well. There's definitely some names that are on my radar. Next up, Hunter Renfro in left field, solid. Center field, Kiermaier and Margot. We'll see how they do. I know Kiermaier's been here his whole career. I don't really want to get rid of him. Contract's that's actually pretty friendly. We'll see how he does. If he does well, we'll keep him. If not, we might look different avenues for center field. Austin Meadows, not going anywhere. That's our spot there. So when I look at the team, kind of at the lineup, Kiermaier, yeah, he's our leadoff guy, but outside of that, I feel like if Kiermaier doesn't do well, we need a true leadoff hitter, and I think that might be an avenue I try to explore if Kiermaier doesn't do well. Outside of that, there's not much that needs to be changed. I might go and look to get maybe one bullpen arm, maybe, because like I said, I feel like this team's really strong. Not much needs to be changed. And I'm looking, I'm like, ooh, where could we change? Catcher. Let's address catcher, and that'll be the only change for season 1. With the plethora of shortstop prospects, I'm going to send one to the Dodgers. I know the Dodgers have a crazy farm system as is, but we're going to trade Greg Jones and Mike Zunino for Will Smith. A lot of you guys mentioned him in your go-to catchers in the last rebuild. Let's give him a shot. I don't trade for him too often. Let's see how he does in the team. So this is going to be the team. One change. We've already looked at the pitching staff as well. I feel like we're okay. We'll see how it goes. I want to see where we're ranked as well, just to kind of get an idea. We're 10th. Kind of really well-rounded. Kind of in the same area for every single category. Let's see how season 1 plays out. This is a feeler season because with the Rays, the players either do really well or really poorly. So it's one of those things where if they do well, we're going to keep them. If not, we're just going to have to keep trying out new players to see who works best. So let's see how season 1 goes. Feel it out. I'll see you guys at draft day. All right, so it's draft day. Let's go see what these picks look like. I think we got one of the better ones for the first round. 79 potential. I was wrong. Arthur Landers. Hitting wise, he looks great. Fielding wise, he looks okay. Good 68 fielding is not terrible. I know I'm kind of covering it. You guys just got to trust me. 68 fielding, 77 speed. The arm strength at 49 though is kind of bad. but the hitting stats look nice. 79 potential is not terrible. He might jump up to 7 or 8 or bleh, B potential, but who knows? Who knows? We got Jonah Ware, 75 potential, not the greatest. Lloyd Lentz, 82 potential, okay. 83 for Pablo Chavez, and then Esteban Salazar has 84, and then the last two have the nice potential, and then also 61 potential for Vernon Prado. So it's an okay draft. That's really where I'm going to leave it. This was okay. All right, we're in September, not having the best of seasons at all. I'm talking definitely not making the postseason. We started off really, really cold. I think we were like 38 and 40, or no, 33 and 40 or something like that. Not the best start to a season. And 85 wins, it's not terrible, but we missed out on the postseason. And that's not what I like to see. Missed out on the division by 2 games, which I mean isn't terrible. We've moved up to 5th in the rankings, and in the wild card we were 3 games out. So we're definitely getting to pick it up if we want to start winning more games. Rookie of the year, Tsutsugo, obviously. Jordan, Cody Bellinger, MVPs. We got Cy Young of Walker Buehler and Andrew Heaney. Okay. Lindor and Keston with the batting title. Gallegos and Taylor Rogers, reliever of the year. And then the normal rookie of the years of Akiyama and Tsutsugo. So where did we kind of fall apart? So our long relievers, not fantastic. You know, Brendan McKay, I want him to do well. Per 9's probably not going to allow that to happen. Trevor Rogers, kind of the same thing. We look at Diego Castillo, pretty solid season. Low ERA. The whip's a little high, close to 1.4, but maybe he'll have a better season next year. Oliver Drake struggled for sure. Colin Poche, really solid season. Very good. We got Chaz Rowe, lights out. Gotta love it. And then Jose Alvarado. Jose Alvarado, man. Almost a 1.7 whip. We can't be having that. And Nick Anderson, 49 saves, 4 blown saves. The whip's at 1.3. The ERA is low as well. Nice. I like it. When we take a look at our starters, Charlie Morton had a really good year. Probably going to let him go, though. The contract's too high. I feel like he's going to start to decrease in rating. He is 36 years old, so probably going to let him walk. Blake Snell struggling. We got Yarbrough, who had a fantastic season. Chirinos, the ERA is high. The whip's okay. Wish it was a little bit lower, but it was okay. And then Tyler Glasnow, kind of the same situation as Chirinos. The whip is higher than Chirinos as well, so yikes. When we take a look at our bench, Yandy Diaz, 274 average, 841 OPS in 71 games. Okay. Michael Perez, limited appearances. Joey Wendell, limited appearances. We got Margot, who, yeah, again, limited appearances, but in those appearances, not that great. And then back to Yandy Diaz. Let's take a look at Kevin Kiermaier. Definitely not the on-base guy that we need for the leadoff spot. Would Margot be any better, though? I don't know. I think we might need a leadoff guy. Is Brandon Lau that guy? He had a fantastic season. Almost 30 home runs and almost 30 doubles. 12 stolen bases. Okay. Hunter Renfro. Ooh, that OPS, man. That OPS, the on-base percentage is low. The average is low. Yeah, he hit 25 home runs, but still, you know, Austin Meadows, the potential's going down. How come? How come? Had a great year. Tsutsugo was rookie of the year, which is good to see. Jose Martinez things like 20 home runs, good on base percentage, good OPS. G-Man Choi, there we go. Love to see it. We got Willy Adames, who had a pretty decent year, I would say. Almost 20 home runs, nice amount of RBIs. The OPS is sitting around 766, which isn't terrible. And then we had Will Smith. I traded Mike Zunino to avoid these types of numbers, and then you go and give me these types of numbers. All right, let's see who we got here. Randy Arozarena, could he be our new like center fielder, man? I don't know. Anybody else? Vidal Brujan's chilling there. Wander Franco is going to be coming up soon. Don't know where we're going to sneak him into the lineup. That's going to be tough. And then what about pitching? Do we have anybody could potentially come up and help us out right away? Doesn't really look like it. So, all right. First season, bust, not that great. And let's move on. Brewers defeat the White Sox. What a surprise. What? Brewers and White Sox. All right. What a World Series that is. Brook Pounders decided to retire. I'm going to let those two walk like I mentioned. And free agency time. What can we do here? 40-man. Probably going to let those guys walk. Dylan Cousins I might keep just so we can use him in a trade. And then arbitration. Drake I'm probably going to let walk. And then I might bring everybody back depending on how much they want. And then I don't want free agency. I want contracts. Let's take a look here. I'm going to give it to everybody. For sure. Do we need him? Maybe keep him instead of Joey Wendell? Or maybe let him walk and then keep Joey Wendell. It'll be one of those situations, but either Wendell or Robertson are going to be headed to free agency. So I've been going through different trades because I want to get rid of Kevin Kiermaier. And I'm looking, and it's tough because I feel like I've gotten quite a few of the center fielders that I would normally go for. Like Acuna can't get, right? I mean, that kind of makes sense. And I could go someone young like Waters or Pache. And I'm looking around. I tried Ramon Laureano. Not really easy to get. I looked around for other options. I saw Joe Adell kind of drop down in potential, and I thought maybe, but then I realized he's in the same division as us. And I was thinking more like, let's find a center fielder that's a little bit different, and I haven't gotten in a while or even at all. And I thought about Akiyama, but then I was like, we have so many lefties in the lineup. Let's not get another lefty. Let's get rid of. I thought Akiyama would have been perfect. On base percentage is high, average is high. That would have been a great leadoff hitter for us. But then I was like, we have over half our lineup is lefties. So I'm like, let's at least try to get a switch hitter, right? And then I thought, what about Brian Reynolds? On base percentage was almost 340 last year, 829 OPS, had 40 doubles, 27 home runs, and I was like, okay, switch hitter as well. Maybe he's our guy. And I was kind of looking, who could we trade, make this deal happen? I'm looking around, maybe like one of our bench catchers. What about them? You know what? I might do that. Just throw in a bench catcher and then like one of these low guys down here. Who do you want? You want him? Boom. Brian Reynolds on the team. So like I said, I have faith in the pitching staff for the most part, as my hair keeps falling down and it won't stay in place. So like I said, pitching staff, I'm not worried about it. It looks good. Maybe the 5 spot. I'm not too sure about Blake Snell still. Is he going to do well in franchise? Bullpen, we added Shane Green. I think I did a 2-year deal, maybe a 3-year deal. A 2-year deal, $2.3 million. No club option this time. I decided just to give him the straight up 2-year deal. And then obviously the addition of Brian Reynolds. I felt like we were good. You know, Brandon Lau did well. Adames, Meadows, Renfro. Does he become a free agent this year? No. I'm going to give him one more season because if he can put up like 30 plus home runs and maybe get that average up a little bit, like we're set in left field. If not, I think left field is going to be the area I look to improve next and then just kind of build off that. I need Will Smith to do well. If not, we're going to need another new catcher. So let's see what we can do. And if we can't build off what we did last year, it's full blown blowing up the team, getting new players in, and really trying to win. The season is coming to a close once again, and again, we're not looking great. You know, it's just we're missing something, and I think it's starting pitching. I think starting pitching is really letting us down, and we're not making the postseason again. Like this is tough. This is not good. I thought this was going to be a retool, kind of building on what we had, but it might actually be a rebuild. So Blake Snell, probably a player I'm going to look to trade this offseason or even just next season. Not cutting it. It's just not good enough. You got Ryan Yarbrough. I'm thinking he's our new ace. Yoni Chirinos is doing pretty well. The whip's low. The ERA is okay. Tyler Glasnow, probably another player I'm going to look to trade. And then same with Brendan McKay. Don't get me wrong. In real life, I think he's got a lot of potential. But for now, we're trying to win. And back-to-back years where we didn't make the postseason, that's not good enough. You know, ERA is high for Shane Green, but the whip's low. Diego Castillo, pretty solid season. You know, back-to-back pretty solid seasons, I would say. Really good seasons. Trevor Richards, not really the solution here for the long relief role either. Jose Alvarado did tone it down a bit. But again, I'm still not sold on him. Might be a player I look to trade. Colin Poche, very solid season. Chaz Rowe, not as good as he was last year. Definitely not as good as he was last year. He definitely, and obviously he pitched more innings. You can see that, but we'll have to wait and see if he can improve or get any better. Or maybe it's just someone we need to look to replace. And then Nick Anderson, fantastic. Only 2 blown saves this year. Love to see it. Lineup wise, let's take a look at our bench. Jose Martinez, great. Not as many games as last year, but still very effective when called upon. You You got Michael Perez, backup catcher, not doing great. Joey Wendell, I decided to bring him back instead of Daniel Robertson, but not as good as he was last year, and more games, more at bats. So maybe we just need to bring up one of our farm system players. Manuel Margot, a little bit better than he was last year. Less games, some less at bats as well. So it's kind of tough to really judge how that went. Brian O'Grady, limited appearances, and then we're back to Jose Martinez. So Brian Reynolds, it's a good year, better than what he did. Oh, actually, it's about the same as what he did last year. The RBIs and doubles went down, but still pretty effective. You know, Willie Adames, 32 doubles, 22 home runs. The average went down. The OPS went down. More strikeouts as well. Yikes. Brandon Lau, not as good as he was last year. You know, the on-base percentage, average slugging, and OPS went down, which is disappointing to see. Austin Meadows, I feel like I feel like everybody just disappointed this year. Pitching, hitting, everything. What is going on with this team? Okay, Yandy Diaz, I like to see that. Finally, someone showed up to the diamond. What's going on here? What? Tsutsugo? Good. Love to see it. G-Man Choi? Not as good as last year. Very similar appearances, too. Like, what? Nobody wanted to play baseball this year. Nobody. No one wanted to show up. Like, we need to change the team completely, because we are not getting the job done. We were 21 games out in the East. In the wild card, we were 8. We got worse, and I thought we actually made the team a little bit better. We had a center fielder who could hit, but then everybody else decided not to learn how to hit. Wow. Okay. Major changes coming. Season 2, I don't care about the prospects. I don't care about league leaders. Oh, I guess we could take a look at MVP really quick. So taking a look at MVPs, we got Mike Trout and Soto. Castillo and Rodon were Cy Young. Batting title, JD Martinez and Charlie Blackmon. Kenley Jansen and Kirby Yates were reliever of the year. And Josh Young and Jose Lopez were rookies of the year. So there we go. Off-season time. I mean, I'm flabbergasted at how bad this team performed. I just don't get it. So, major changes. Chaz Rowe. I'm going to let you walk. Just going to let you walk. That's the move. We're going to keep moving forward. And what do we have here? 40-man. I'm going to add some of those guys to the 40-man. Arbitration. Let's go Yarborough. I'm gonna bring back Renfro, but I'm gonna trade him. And then Tyler Glasnow. I might trade Tyler Glasnow too. I think I'm gonna bring back everybody, and we're just gonna make some massive trades. Contracts, gonna offer it to everybody who here can help us win and help us win right away. That would be like an area where we need to improve. Schwarber, I don't think so. Tommy Pham, bring him back maybe. You know, we don't really need a shortstop, and we won't need one. We have Wander Franco and stuff coming up. Could we use an upgrade at third base? Kind of. What is that beard combo? Okay. Deep potential, unfortunately, but there it is. First base, could use a little bit better first baseman. Would Freddie be the answer, though? That's the thing. All right, we got changes. I got to think about this one. It's not going to plan. I'll see you guys next season. Season 3, I'm all about change. Massive change happening because this team has let me down bad. Chris Paddock's joining the roster. Blake Snell and Dalton Moats are being traded for Chris Paddock, obviously. The reason I was looking at other pitchers, I looked at Lucas Giolito. I looked at Jose Barrios. I didn't want to trade Snell to the AL because I knew it was going to come back to haunt us anyways. He's going to San Diego. Let's make this trade. So I realized I trade with the Padres, and it feels like the Rays and the Padres kind of have like a trade connection right now. So I guess we were keeping that going. We're going to stay in the NL West. We're going to acquire Dustin May for Tyler Glasnow, Dylan Cousins, and Joe Ryan. There we go. Another young pitcher. Another kind of bigger trade. We're going to get Brian Anderson, Ryan Cook, and then Jose Urena for Trevor Richards, Yoshi Tsutsugo, and Hunter Renfro. I wanted to get rid of Renfro. Yoshi, I just have this weird feeling he might fall off. I don't know. It was either Yoshi or Yandy, and I'm going to keep Yandy. He is more expensive, but I just feel like we need the righty bat. Let's keep Yandy. Let's get rid of Yoshi, Renfro, and Richards for those 3 from the Marlins. I'm going to get Mitch for Jalen Beeks and Jose Alvarado. There we go. There's a new outfielder. I might move Meadows to left or Mitch to left, but there we go. So after those moves, we're 6th in baseball. kind of where we've been sitting, but I feel like this is a lot better of a 6th than what we've normally been doing. Our budget 1.6, so we're still in a good, comfortable area. I signed Hector Neris for a 1-season deal. We have Ryan Cook for 1 more year, and a couple other players do become free agents. Manuel Margot hasn't been doing fantastic. Might just let him walk or bring him back, be a trade piece, but this is the team. Looks good. You know, our bench, it's not terrible. Probably could bring up Wander Franco next year, which might be the move. And then our DH would be what, Brandon Lau? I guess I could have also moved like Brian Anderson to left field and then moved Yandy to third, or kept Yandy at DH and then had like Brandon Lau move to third and then Wander play second or something like that. Bunch of possibilities. That's the team though. It looks good. I like it. I think it's very well rounded. Good mix of righties and lefties in the lineup. A couple, maybe a switch hitter or two. And then this is the starting rotation: Paddock, Yarbrough, Chirinos, May, and McKay. And then this is our bullpen as well. So I like it. I have faith in it. I think it's going to do a lot better than what we've normally been doing. Season 3, let's at least make the playoffs. All right, so we're in September. Things are looking a little better. A little bit. We might actually, you know, make the postseason, which obviously the point of rebuilds, as well as building a good team. So let's hope and pray we finish off the season good, which it looks like we did. And wild card team, 97 and 65. You know, it's at least a postseason appearance. 7 games out in the East, and then won the wild card. So we're still 5th in the league. Let me take a look at our stats again. ERA's high, 4.14. Yikes. That's I thought we definitely improved pitching, but I guess not. So looking at league leaders, you guys can kind of see who's there. I thought about signing Freddie Freeman, but I thought it didn't really make sense to spend 25 million plus on a first baseman that we really didn't need. I saw we did have a couple guys up there with doubles and stuff. Let's take a look at pitching. Based on what I saw, probably not a lot of good pitching stats. You know, with the 4.14 ERA as a team, I don't expect that. Awards, a Gold Glove. So we had Jordan and Cody Bellinger with MVPs, Kershaw and Clevenger with a Cy Young, and then Rendon, Bellinger batting title, Gallegos, Hansel Robles as reliever of the year, and then Nick Madrigal and Mariano Mesa. Okay. So I didn't mention this, and I probably should have, but there was this one guy in free agency who had a potential. Willis Einfield, 82 speed. The fielding is all like in the 50s, high 50s, low 50s, but his hitting stats look decent. Potentially, season 4 guy. Probably not a starter, but he might get in the mix. So there was that. That's really the only like crazy prospect signing that I've seen. Jose Urena didn't really do what I was hoping. He had a fantastic year last year. Fantastic. And then he goes and does that. He goes and does that. Hector Neris didn't do as well. Why do you pain me like this, MLB? Like, can't I just get like a bullpen for a rebuild where I don't have to worry about it, where everything just goes well? Just, you know, please. Yeah, not great. So let's keep moving forward. Shane Green, again, not great. Poche, not great. Cook, all right. And then Nick Anderson. So two guys out of the entire bullpen were reliable. Okay, Chris Paddock, solid season. 3.31 ERA, 1.11 whip. Perfect. Yarbrough, yes, good season. Chirinos, yes, good season. No. Like I thought these two young guys could really round out the 4 and the 5 spot. Turns out they can't. I mean, I don't know what we're gonna do about that. So Jose Martinez, very limited appearances, only 33 at bats. Again, very consistent, but like we just have better players that we have in the lineup that I rely on a little bit more. Michael Perez, backup catcher, it's whatever. Margot becomes a free agent. It really depends on how much he wants. If he wants a lot, I'll just let him walk. We have backups. It's not a big deal. Brian O'Grady. Okay. Good little backup outfielder for us. And then back to Jose Martinez. Definitely letting Wander Franco come up. He probably should have came up this year. It's just I don't know where to put him in the lineup. We have so many players. You know, like where... I guess we move Yandy to first. Yandy to first, Lau to third, and then Wander to second. That's definitely the move. Arthur Landers still hovering around this mark. Nate Lowe's like a player that should get involved. So, like, it's just too many young players. It's a cluster. It's a cluster. Brian Reynolds, great season. He's our leadoff hitter for a reason. 51 doubles, perfect. Willie Adames, 46 doubles, 25 home runs, fantastic season. Mitch, okay, not as productive as what he's done the last 2 seasons, but still a very good season. Austin Meadows, back on track, getting that run production in. G-Man Choi's doing great, which is one of those things where it's like, we just have a cluster of players that I thought would be doing a lot better, and they're finally starting to produce. And now we got the young players coming up, and they're not, and now they don't have a spot. So I got to figure something out there. Brian Anderson had a good season as well. Like, those are good numbers. I don't understand why he has downward arrows. Brandon Lau, not as good as the first year. So maybe he's one of those guys that we just trade for a very, very good player somewhere else. Will Smith, yes, those are the numbers I was looking for. Last year I got on him for having a quiet season. He still hit 24 home runs, so that's good to see. And then it's getting even better. Love it. And then we got the pitcher spot. So, okay, what could we do going forward to really help this team? Maybe let Mitch walk. Brian Anderson goes to left, and then that actually opens up third where Lau could go. Yeah, maybe Brian Anderson's our left fielder. I think that actually works a little bit better. And then that way, Yandy can be... So, yeah, Anderson to left. Third base is open. Yandy could slide in there. And then this spot would be... Ooh, who would go there? Does Brandon Lau play first? He doesn't. Or Brandon Lau could play left. Brian Anderson moved to first. I feel like that's wasted. We'll figure it out. Wander Franco is 100% being in the team, though. We got to worry about the postseason. What am I worried about everything else for? We got to worry about the postseason. That's the time. Like, it's that time. We got to worry about that. So here we go. Against the Twins in the Trop. We got Paddock on the mound. Looking at their team, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed at all. That is the exact same Twins lineup as season 1. We're going against Jose Barrios. We got thrown out at home. That's tough. Double play gets us out of that inning. Yandy Diaz on second. Couldn't score. That's annoying. So let's keep moving forward. Let's get, like, I don't know, like 5 runs. Let's make a statement. Let's make it 10 runs. Let's just make a statement here. All right, we're down 1-0. So maybe we're making a statement of just being a very disappointing team as Brian Reynolds gets us back equal. Bases are loaded for Austin Meadows, which means only one thing, a line out. Gotta love it. Here we go. So still 1-1. Mitch with the homer. Gotta love it. Brady Singer coming out of the bullpen. I'm sorry, what? All right, we're gonna take him out. Let's go Cook. And he gets us out of that, still with that 2-run lead for us. Can we extend it? We do, thanks to Austin Meadows. Brian Anderson brings somebody in, and then a double play ends it. So Ryan Cook, can you give me one more inning? Oh, no. Nick Anderson's gonna be the closer, so let's go Shane Green. Oh, this is so bad. Oh, he gets out of it. Huge for us. And then no run score, but we're going to go to Nick Anderson. Hopefully he can close the door. He does. We're moving on to take on the Red Sox, it said. So, whoo. Little tight. Not the best scenario, but at least we got out of it. And, you know, we're advancing. That's all that matters. So, game 1 against the Red Sox, we lose. And the second, we win the third. We got to play this. We got to play it out. We're pushing. We got to keep going in the postseason. We can't afford to just give it up now. So they got Chris Sale too. Ooh boy. Dustin May versus Chris Sale. Not the best. They've got Ketel Marte as well. What a lineup. Rougned Odor at second. Maybe this is the day Dustin May proves he's an ace in the making. Like, he's coming out here, he's gonna make a statement on the mound. I'm feeling it. And so far so good. We don't have there's our first hit, but yes, Austin Meadows, just give May some padding. There we go. Bring it in somehow. I don't care how. Willie Adames strikes out. Mitch, you know, that's not good. You got to help out the pitcher. You got to give him some run support. Double play though. He's wheeling and dealing. That's all that matters. Here we go. I feel it. Mitch. Another fielder's choice with runners in scoring position. That's twice now. 1 run scores. That was a batter too long. That was a batter too long for sure. Neris gets us out of it. Tie ball game. A single. That's a good start. Not that though. Come on. All right, Brandon Lau, I need you. Bases are loaded for Margot. Ooh. Who do we have on the bench? G-Man. You know what? G-Man is clutch. I'm letting you know this now. G-Man is the definition of clutch. But then we got to figure out who's going in center. Because we don't really have, you know. Ooh, this is tough. Yikes. All right, Margot, I feel it. Sack fly. Got the job done. That's all we needed. I was going to go G-Man. But then I realized we don't have anybody in center. So, woo, we win. There we go. Perfect. Keeping it alive. Last game of the series. Game 5 to go to the ALCS. I almost said DS. We're going to let Yarborough take the mound. Boom. Caleb Smith, I feel it. This is our game. 100%. Let's tee off on him. Anything. There's no hits through 3. What is going on? Why? Where's our offense? I feel like that's like the one area we should be excelling at, and we're not. Double play, perfect. Gotta love it. Oh man, 1 run scores. Bases are loaded. Can he get us out of it? 2 run score. It's not his day. 3-0. We got the offense to do it though. If we just gotta get the bats going, and I feel like they're just non-existent. 2 hits through 7 innings. That's not good enough. Make it 3 hits. Where's the team? Where's everybody? Why are we not? Why? Where's the offense, guys? What's going on here? Let's take a look. 0, 2, 0. That's not good enough. That's just what? Why? How? Phillies won. Anyways, let's keep moving forward. I don't want to look at stats anymore. I want to figure out why this team is not doing good. Nick Anderson, yes. Ryan Cook. 1 done. Let's give him that 1-year deal. That's the guy. All right, Margot, how much do you want? Because I might use you in a... No, not as a backup. And then let's let everybody else walk. Wow. Let's figure out coaches. I'll be right back. Arbitration's going to everybody. Diego Castillo's 100% a trade, though. Like, he's not going to be on the team when it matters. Everybody's getting a contract as well. And then... bullpen, definitely need to fill these spots out. That's a given. We definitely need that. And then I'm thinking Brian Anderson left, Yandy at 3rd, maybe 1st, Lau to 3rd. He can't play 3rd. Boom. Lau left, Anderson 3rd. That opens up 2nd for Wander Franco. Don't give me this. He's a shortstop. He can't play second base. Yes, he can. If you play middle infield, you can play middle infield. So Wander's hopping in at second base. Offensively, I'm very content with the team. Very content. Like, these are players who can hit. We just need a couple bench bats. This though, like, when you know how parents, they look you in the eyes and they say they're not mad, but they're disappointed. That's where I'm at with this pitching staff. I'm not mad. I'm not upset. I'm just disappointed. That's how I feel right now. I'm just disappointed. So let's figure it out. Final season. This is the team. I might make a trade. I said I did want to make a trade for a bullpen arm, and we definitely should. Paddock, Yarborough, McKay, May, and Chirinos. Solid. I like that rotation. Yes, it was a little iffy for the 4 and 5 spot with McKay and May, but I have faith. Brought back Jose Arena on a one-year deal. I just don't really know any other long relievers to go to besides like Matt Strom, Ross Stripling, and I feel like I use them so often. Let's try somebody else. Diego Castillo. He's going to be traded. We brought in Tyler Duffy on a 1-year deal. Taylor Rogers on like a 3-year deal. I think it was like $6 million. Yeah, $6 million 3-year deal. Tyler Duffy was a 1 or 2-year deal. 1-year deal, 3.5. He's had phenomenal seasons. I'll move myself so you guys can see the seasons. But yeah, this is the team. I like it. I'm gonna trade Banda and Castillo probably for someone that's like really good, or maybe something else. We'll figure it out. This is the lineup: Reynolds, Lau, Adames, Meadows, Choi, Anderson, Diaz, Smith, and then Wander Franco. I know you're like, why is he so low in the lineup? I don't know where to put him. Like, there's so many good hitters in this team. What? Maybe Brandon Lau could be traded since, like, yeah, he's hovering around the 800 mark. Maybe we just get, like, do we have somebody who could come up? How's this guy? Like, he's okay, but I don't know if he's gonna be good. Huh? Because, like, that would be really the only guy I would look to trade. But is it worth it? So I don't think it is. I think it's just let's get that pitcher. This is our bench. CPU drafted this guy, so we have this guy now. We have Lowe, Arizarena, and McCutcheon as our backups, and then obviously Yandy Diaz hops out when we don't need him in the lineup. Team looks so good, unbelievably good. To be honest, I might even let Choi just be the DH, but I guess it really doesn't matter. So let's make that trade for that bullpen arm. Banda and Castillo for Wander Suero. He's let me down so many times in the past. This is the time he's going to prove me right. Last year, he was the closer. Did really well. The year before, he only pitched 17 innings. And the year before that, he pitched 34 and wasn't that great. So I'm hoping we get 2022 Wander Suero and not any other season Wander Suero. Castillo and Banda. That's the move. There we go. Let's throw him into the rotation. And by rotation, I mean let's just put him there. That's the team. Woo. This is the season. 90 wins already. We're in September. Woo. It's looking good. Is this a 100 win season for us? We're at 96 wins. It has to be. If it's not, we failed horribly. So there we go. 107, 55, won the division. That's what I've been waiting for with this team. We finally showed up. We finally did some work, and we're still somehow ranked the 5th team in baseball. The ERA is at a good point. The average, the slugging, the on-base percentage as a team. We were the only team. Oh, Padres won 106 games too, but we were the best team in baseball by wins, basically. So, Yarbrough, whoo, talk about a season. So we're taking a look really quickly at some of the league leaders. Jordan is just absolutely insane. I'm gonna have to get him in franchise. There's gonna be some way that I'm just gonna have to trade the whole team to make it happen, but it's got to be done. Besides just the Astros rebuild in the future, we got to find a way to get him in the squad. So 40 saves for Nick Anderson, and awards: Rookie of the Year for Wander Franco and Gold Glove. You're telling me Yarbrough did not win Cy Young? Who did? Nimmo. That's a new one. Brandon Nimmo. Really? Huh. Okay. Denilson Lamet and Garrett Cole with a 3.33 ERA, a 1.16 whip, and 250 strikeouts. 15-9, 224 innings. We'll take a look. See if Yarbrough deserved it. Yelich and Jordan batting title. Presley, Giovanni Gallegos was reliever of the year. Mitchell White and Wander Franco with 35 homers and 117 RBIs. What? All right, so we're going to take a look at our team. Jose Arena was a lot better than what he was last year. Perfect. I love that. I love seeing that. Players bouncing back, get back on track. Yes. Ryan Cook, pretty similar to what he did last year. The whip was a little high, but still not a bad year. Tyler Duffy, the ERA, a little high, but the whip's pretty solid. Also pitched in more innings. Wander Suero, yes, love it. Colin Poche, not as good as I would have hoped, getting a little bit worse. Taylor Rogers, fantastic setup man. And then Nick Anderson's been fantastic for us throughout this entire rebuild. There we go. So, pitching wise, Chris Paddock still putting up very good numbers. Ryan Yarbrough, what? Because he had 158 strikeouts, he pitched 220 innings, almost the same as Cole. Better winning percentage, 2.20 ERA, and a .94 whip. And he didn't win Cy Young. It makes no sense. Strikeouts shouldn't dictate that. It doesn't make sense. Brendan McKay still not pitching really well. ERA and whips really high. And then Dustin May, okay, getting a little bit better. Love to see it. All right, so, one more. Yoni Chirinos. Can't forget about him. He had a great year. Love it. Starting pitching, pretty solid. Bullpen, pretty happy with it. Bench. Brian O'Grady, not as good as he was last year. Andrew McCutcheon in 50 appearances. I signed him to a 1-year deal, obviously. Actually did pretty well. Pretty happy about that. CPU drafted this guy. He was okay. Nate Lowe off the bench, played in 64 games. Really, really decent season. You know, the OPS is around 800, so it's a decent season. And then Arizona, yikes. He did hit 11 doubles. You know, that's pretty impressive in his appearances. So here we go. This is the important stuff. The lineup. Brian Reynolds, outstanding throughout this entire rebuild. Loved that we picked him up. Brandon Lau. I had faith in you, my man. I had faith in you. But, you know, 24 homers, 24 doubles, not a bad year, but would expect just a little bit better. A little bit better. Willy Adames, fantastic season. Fantastic season. Love it. High OPS, average, home runs, doubles, perfect. Austin Meadows is putting up stupid numbers. Love to see it. You got G-Man Choi, who's still putting up really good numbers. G-Man is the man. You got to get him. You just got to get him. Brian Reynolds, he may not be a home run hitter, but he's still putting up, you know, around an 800 OPS, good average, good on base percentage. Yandy Diaz is up to A potential. Huh? Fantastic season from Yandy Diaz. Love to see it. Will Smith, a little bit of a year where he cooled off a bit. And then Rookie of the Year, 35 doubles, 4 triples, 35 home runs, 117 RBIs, a 300 average almost, and an 889 OPS. This man's insane. And half the season he was hitting in the leadoff role. What is this guy? Wander Franco is insane. So here we go, postseason time. Let's hop into it. Taking on the Yankees and swept them. Easy peasy, easy as you like. Easy, breezy, beautiful cover girl. I think that's what it is. Maybe not. I don't really know. I don't really care because the team's insane. We swept them. Here we go. Who's on the mound for us? Chris Paddock. We get the win, get the win, get the win. Take a loss, but we get the win. We're in the World Series taking on the Padres. Chris Paddock versus Blake Snell. How fitting. We take a loss. Ooh, Nick Anderson. Did he blow it? Did he blow it? Because oh no. Blake Snell is about to laugh in my face, and this is going to suck. How come every time I trade somebody, this comes back to haunt me? Every time. I can't catch a break. Here we go. Like we got to do a reverse sweep at this point. Like we need something, some sort of luck, because the Padres are taking it to us right now. So they got Keon Wong, not Colton Wong, unless it was Colton Wong and I missed it. Grisham, Tatis, Sano, Gallo. Okay. Talk about a heart of the lineup where it's like, how do you pitch to that? Wander Franco. Talk about a beast. Unbelievable. So it is Keon Wong, not Colton Wong. Wanted to make sure I was correct in that. Wander Franco's on fire. He's 2 for 3 with what? 5 RBIs? That's insane. Francisco Mejia, sit down. I don't want to see that. But Wander Franco's just making it look easy at this point. All right, as I say that, he strikes out, and now it's a 6-2 ball game. But I'm liking what I'm seeing. Dustin May, give me another inning. Perfect. You're done after 7. I liked it. I like it. I like it a lot. Ever since I talked Wander Franco up, he's gone a little quiet. So that's not good to see. We get another run thanks to Austin Meadows, and it is a 5-run game. Can Suero close the door? Maybe not. Let's go to our closer, Nick Anderson. And Nick Anderson shuts the door. Whew, it was a little close, but he got the job done. So, whew, yikes. Not the best. But here we go. Petco Park, game 5. Game 5. Chris Paddock take the mound against your former team, going against Mackenzie Gore. We got a hit at least, so that's a good start. Can we score some runs? Machado goes deep, gives them a 1-0 lead. We're getting hits, we're getting base runners. We're not taking advantage of it though. Tatis makes it 3-0. That's not ideal. You know, we've had runners in scoring position back-to-back innings now. Haven't taken advantage of it. Can we score here? Trey Wingenter comes in. We gotta do something. Double play. You can't make that up, man. Like, come on. Here we go. Reynolds, nothing. Meadows, nothing. Anderson, nothing. We'll take out Paddock. We get 1-2-3 inning, and it comes down to this or we lose. Please, anything at all. That's not what I'm looking for. There we go. That's what I like to see. We're going to pinch hit. We're going to go G-Man, because G-Man is made for these opportunities. He's made for these situations. And I just realized there was 2 outs. I just realized that. But G-Man's the man. He flies out. Okay, maybe he wasn't. Maybe he wasn't this time around, which is disappointing. But playoff MVP goes to Wander Franco, who's just a freak of nature, and he's really good. But budget-wise, I feel like we're in a good place. You guys can kind of see where people are standing contract-wise. Adames, yeah. Meadows, that's kind of a big one. Brian Anderson. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of money that needs to be spent. You could let Yandy Diaz walk because you do kind of have some depth with Vidal Brujan and a couple other prospects underneath him. You know, Tyler Duffy, you could definitely replace him. Yoni Chirinos, Ryan Cooks. There's a lot of names that you could replace for a lot cheaper. And then there's, you know, those key pieces that you could keep around. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the team we put together. Unfortunately, couldn't get that World Series win, but we made it to the World Series. We built a crazy good team, and I hope you guys did enjoy this Rays rebuild. If you did, make sure you hit the like button down below. That's the easiest way for me to know that you guys do enjoy the rebuilds. If you're new to the channel and enjoy the content, make sure you hit that red subscribe button. Also click the bell icon to be notified whenever a video does go live. We're approaching 30,000 subs. I think we're about to hit 26,000 today. It'd be awesome if we could just like blow through it, just hit 30,000 like that. That would be amazing. And that's about it, guys. Get in the comment section, leave a comment, let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna leave 2 videos for you guys to check out, my most recent and also one that YouTube recommends you watch. If you haven't seen it, go and give them a watch. And that's it. I'll catch you all in the next video, guys. Peace.